Okay, so Norman, we want to talk about the recent towings that just happened to us on April 1st and April 2nd. Uh, we're going to talk about those towings, okay? But first, I'm going to ask you if you remember a situation prior to those towings where Officer
Guzman.
Guzman had been called to the scene of a disturbance that we were involved in. This is like a week or 10 days prior to April 1st and April 2nd. Now, let's talk about the tow. Do you remember on April 1st what happened with the tow?
Yeah.
Explain that.
Um, it was my turn to go through an intersection at a four-way stop, and when I did and crossed paths with Guzman, his eyes got really big, and he stuck his head out the window and threw on his lights and pulled me over and got really radical with me.
Now, when he came up to the window, he asked you, or he told you, he pulled you over because of what?
I didn't have adequate license and insurance.
He said you didn't have a license or insurance. Now, you knew that not to be true. Anyway, he asked you to stay there while he went to the back. And when he came back, he said he was towing the vehicle. Is that true?
Yeah.
And you, at that time, you had already produced your driver's license and you had already produced your insurance. So he knew you had insurance and he knew you had a driver's license. Is that not true?
Right.
Okay. So after he said he was going to tow the vehicle, what was the next thing he did?
He searched it after he pulled me out of got me out of the
No,
vehicle.
no.
He got me out of the vehicle. He searched me, patted me down.
I was still in. He couldn't have searched it while I was in here.
No. He searched me. Okay. And then he got you out and then searched the vehicle.
How did he get me out?
With the firemen, and they came and helped you out.
And what else?
An ambulance.
And they used a
Board
to slide underneath my wheelchair and pull me out. Okay, and they placed me in an ambulance. Is that not true?
Yeah, and you went to the ER.
Okay.
And that time after.
And what did he do with you after that?
Well, he had me behind the passenger seat of his
in the patrol car, right? While you watched him search the vehicle.
Yeah, that's after
you asked
drove you away.
Did you not ask the sergeant?
No, I said to the sergeant, "What does he think he's doing in my vehicle?" And that's when later on they told me that he told me he had secured the vehicle. I go, that's not what you did. You searched my vehicle. You call it securing it. I said securing
the vehicle
it means
is calling the tow truck
securing.
Up.
I go over and lock it up myself, and you won't allow me to lock up my vehicle.
So during the course of all this, he would not allow you to lock your vehicle up. He wouldn't let you close the windows or the doors. He wouldn't let you to do anything to protect the security of your vehicle.
What little bit I had on me is all I was able to get out of the vehicle.
Okay,
which was a bag I was carrying full of my stuff.
Right. So then after that, he turned you loose.
Yeah, and the next time I was able to take a little bit more, but did the same thing.
Okay, now let's talk about April 2nd. You were on your way through the intersection of 21st, between 21st and 22nd.
That was April 1st.
That was April. At
April
the library,
2nd.
The back of the library.
No, that was April 1st. April 2nd, I was over near the Coliseum. I had just crossed the bridge, the steel bridge.
Okay. So on that occasion, he pulled you over. Okay, he pulled you over.
Northeast Oregon Street, I believe.
He pulled you over.
And did the same thing, said that he was taking my vehicle for not a valid license, and I showed him insurance again. He still
you showed him the driver's license again.
This time he wrote no operator's license and On the ticket last time, he said that I had no mental capabilities. Also, he checked.
No mental
There's
capabilities.
something like that. There's a check there having to do with.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what is he, a psychiatrist all of a sudden? Okay, so again, he pried your father out of
Yeah.
the wheelchair in the van, had
Sent-
me put in a ambulance, and taken to the hospital
Right.
by the fire department and the ambulance,
That's
and
right.
had a tow truck called. Now, he said he called all them things up. He said he called an ambulance to tow the vehicle, or tow the. So his name is on all that information. That he called up the ambulance twice, he called up the tow truck twice, and he called up the fire department twice.
This time, the ticket lacking that I showed valid insurance because it said only operators license.
He was only
missing.
charging you
So
the operator.
that means that I should have been able to drive the vehicle away with just a ticket.
Right, exactly.
And because that ticket said I showed valid
As long as you
insurance
show insurance,
because it wasn't checked on there. It's just he's just doing what he wants.
yeah, he's corrupt and immoral.
He's just doing what he wants.
So,
The other officer said because he's first on the scene, he dictates what everybody else is going to do.
so he told you that he was going to, every chance he got, he was going to.
Yeah, he told me I'm going to pull you over and take your vehicle and
Every chance
for
he
no
gets.
insurance, no license, even though I had valid license and insurance at the time.
So he
Because
told
he was charging
you,
me. He was charging me with touching a lady's plate because she was like less than inches away from my bumper when I got in my vehicle.
Don't do that.
So he looked at my license and insurance.
So, you swear that all this is true, so help you God.
Well, I even swear that when I showed him my license insurance the first time during that incident with slipping and touching the lady's plate, that it was valid. And
No,
true.
the incident where they were harassing
Yeah,
us.
that's the incident
Yeah.
when I touched the lady's plate and he demanded I
Okay.
show insurance.
So we're done with this then, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything I say is true.
Send it.